Hello, welcome to Lit Bricks. My name is Mike, and today we are going to be lighting up Adventures in Transylvania. This is a Bricklink set, one of the latest series to be released. It's an awesome set. It opens up, and there is some really cool stuff inside. I can't wait to show you. I have decided to DIY light this. Well, I haven't decided. I have no choice. There's no light kits for this, so I wanted to make it look like my other castles that are over there. And each castle has a different lighting theme to it, kind of based on the colors of the castle and the series of set, honestly. The Hidden Side Castle is like a light blue, cool looking color. The Monster Fighters castle is like all lit up green. There's a lot of green to it. So this one I've decided to spotlight all in red lights because the facade is all red bricks, mostly red bricks, or maroonish bricks, if you will. And I've decided to do that. So I'm going to spotlight the outside of it, and I'm going to flicker light individual lights that you can actually see. There's not a lot of them. There's like 3 that I've counted. I might put one big one inside the main area here just to make it glow and flicker. But it's not going to be a lot of lights. It's going to be like maybe 8 max total. The hardest part's going to be trying to figure out where to put the wires and things. So I'll show you what's inside of this. It looks awesome, and then I'll start to figure out how and where I want to place these spotlights. I don't know. Part of me wanted them to shine down, but I think I'm going to spotlight them up. We'll see. It's a lot of playing around with stuff and shining lights on things just to see what it looks like. So I'll take you through the set, show you what it looks like, and then I will plan on, or get my plan on, on how I'm going to do this. So let's get into it. All right, so if you go by the pictures that are on the front of the Bricklink box, this is how they have this set displayed, with it opened like this, which makes complete sense when you're actually looking at it like this, but it didn't make sense in the fact that I didn't have room to display it like this. Plus, if you do it like this, it is technically open back, which again is fine. I really don't have any problem with these open back sets. I used to, but I got over it. But this is really cool. So there's all kinds of cool things going on in here. There's like a secret little place up here with like jewels and weird stuff in it, which is kind of neat. I added a couple old Monster Fighters or Hidden Side figures to this. There's an awesome chandelier up here. Now this chandelier actually comes down. I can crank it down and crank it up, which is really neat. Oh, and one of the candles is messed up, so I got to fix that. So I don't think I'm going to light every single one of those chandelier candles. I think I'm going to use a large orange flicker light just to give the room some ambiance, because it's not necessary, because you can't see these things from outside when I have it closed. You can see one of them, so I might light that one. And then just put a big orange light in there to make it look like there's candles going on. Either way, this down here is really cool, so check this out. How cool is that? Then it closes. There's a crank on the outside. Isn't that neat? Blah. And now I'm gone. Now I'm back. Now I'm gone. Pretty cool. Awesome set. There's a staircase that goes upstairs. Everything is correct. I mean, as far as getting places in this castle. This is cool too. There's a dungeon down here. And then if you crank this floor up here, it actually opens up. And then you fall into the dungeon. Pretty cool. There's some bones down here. A rat. So yeah, it's an awesome set. And I can't wait to light it up. I'm excited to make it all look red, honestly. But I think I'm only going to light these 2 up here with some flickers, these like outside doodads. And then there you can see one candle in here that I might light up as well, just because you can see it. Because when this is closed, you can't really see any other thing. So I think I might do that. And then put one large light in here that's flickering. So let's figure out how I'm going to do that. And then we'll get started. So of course we're going to use Light My Bricks lights for this. Well, I bought lights specifically to light this up. And this is how it looks so far. So normally when I go and do DIY stuff, I already know where I want to put the lights. This one, I kind of wanted to shine them on things to see how they looked before I committed. So this is how it's laid out right now. I got some spotlights shining up, some spotlights shining down, some flicker lights in these. Now I just have to go through and figure out how I hide the wires. I don't normally do it like this. I'll normally do it one light at a time, but this actually might be a better idea. So I do have some lights on here. I have a few more I need to hook up inside. So actually I have been worried because the way that I run all these sets together, I used connecting boards and connecting cables from old Light My Bricks stuff. So because you can cut the boards into as many ports as you want, and it's way easier to do. And I've been thinking, how am I going to incorporate all these 2.0 sets? I know I have converter docks, but I can't buy any more old connecting cables from Light My Bricks, so they don't sell them. So I had to find another place. So if you do need old components, I believe Bricklink still sells them. I did order some connecting boards and some cables just to run these sets together because that's the easiest way to do it for me personally. Running them together using new Light My Brick stuff would be extremely expensive and probably very difficult. So I'm not going that route. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I guess if you need 1.0 stuff, you can get it from that place. All right, first two lights are in, and I've got the wires underneath these little cement pieces. I lifted up this piece here to put that wire underneath there. This tree goes back on top of here. Well, dead tree, I guess. There we go. You're not going to see any of those any of those wires. And yeah, so I got them running out the back here. I got to figure out stuff. But either way, first two lights are in, and the wires are hidden, and it looks pretty great in my opinion. So let's, I'm going to pick up these pieces and I'm going to put them underneath there, so we're going to hide them even more. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to do these up here. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I got the bottom part done. The wire for this light is just on the outside of the building against the black, so you can't even see it until it hits here. And then I just put it underneath the shield. It goes around the arch and into the plug, which I have plugged in down here. There happen to be some studs poking out, so I could put this 6-port dock there. There's going to be a tree here, so it's going to kind of cover up some of this stuff. And actually it's in the back of the set, so I don't really care anyway. So that looks pretty good. This light here, I just have the wire run down the back and through the porthole here, through the archway here, down at the bottom. Can't see that wire either. So that worked out as well. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be, actually. And it looks pretty good. So let's see how I can get these lights up here running. And then I'm going to put one or two more inside, and I got to figure that out. But this is going pretty well so far, and I like it. So let's continue on. All right, so what have we figured out so far? First of all, this light over here, so I do have a spotlight shining down. It is a large orange flicker. It looks great. I had these two lights that were the red lights that shine down on the front of the building plugged into a 3-port dock up here, and then I had one slot left for this light. But I had two open slots down here on the 6-port, so I decided to see if I could actually make these wires from the top reach down here. And I know it's on the outside of the building and not really on the inside of the building, so you can see them. But again, this is on the back side of the set. You're not going to see it. I did have to realign the dock, though, so these wires could reach. But now I have all 6 of the front outside lights all plugged into this one dock. So I'm not wasting any spaces or anything like that. It's just now we have some wires on the outside, which, again, I don't really mind. They look fine. You're not going to see them from the front of the building anyway. But this also leaves me now two more spots on this 3-port dock to add another orange light over this. So when we look inside this building, you're going to be able to see all the orange flickering and glowing, and it ought to look pretty good. I don't think I'm going to do anything down here. I'm definitely not going to do anything down here. This is a really cool space, but you can't see it with this place closed up. I'm not going to display it open, so it's kind of pointless. I know it kind of sucks because there's all kinds of cool stuff in here to light up, but I've decided to not light anything that I can't see from the outside anyway. Seems pointless, and I don't have the lights for it. So I got to find a spot for this dock and a good way to run this 30 centimeter belt. And then I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, because I have 2 more giant orange flicker lights in here, and I have a bunch of small white flicker lights, but I think I might use the orange ones in here just to make sure this looks awesome. And then, because I had bought some of these for another kit or another light set. I don't even know what I'm saying. Another set. I was going to light up the British landing with some of these, but I might just use the warm white flickers for all of the torches and not use any orange. So I might put the orange in here, and that'll allow me to use these last 2 ports on this dock. And then we're done. So I got to figure that out. Shouldn't take me too long. And then we will see what it looks like. Actually, I already know what it looks like, and it looks awesome. So let's get to it. All right, so I decided to not light down here. I plugged it all in, shut it off, shut the lights off to see what it looked like. Having these 2 windows lit up doesn't really do much for it. This, however, does help. So I did put one up here, a large orange flicker light, and there's one above the chandelier as well. It looks great. Works perfectly. There's one thing that's really weird, though, is so this little side building here, this little pokey guy, I kind of want to put a light in there, but I don't. So I'm not going to. I thought you'd see some of these flicker lights through there, because there's like a little hole in there that kind of goes to that, but the light doesn't reach through, and it's fine. It's in the back of the building. You can't really see it anyway. So here's the cords. I don't know what I'm going to do with these wires yet. I just got them jumbled up here for now. I got the 30 centimeter belt just running through there's a slit in the side of this building down to here. Not the prettiest job, but serves the purpose, and I didn't have to take a bunch of stuff apart in order to do it, which I always prefer. I mean, when you take stuff apart, you're hiding wires way better. But certain sets, like this one in particular, that operate the way they do when they open and close like this, sometimes it's just easier to do stuff like this. Nobody's going to see this when it's going to be closed. Nobody's going to see this from the back. And I think we're done. So let me clean up, button this thing up, figure out what I'm going to do with these wires, because I don't think I can leave them there, because when I close this, they're going to pop out the side. I got to figure that out. But it does look pretty awesome, so I will clean up, we'll turn the lights off, see what it looks like, and you're going to be amazed, hopefully. Okay, let's see what this looks like. All right. That looks pretty awesome, I gotta say. So I wanted this to look red on the outside, and it definitely looks red on the outside. That is cool. We got some flickers out front. Got some flickers inside. So the inside looks like there's some candlelight going on. The outside is just spotlit the facade, and it looks pretty epic, I gotta say. Wow. This thing's awesome. I wonder what the back looks like. Oh, that's cool too. Oh, wow. All right. Hey, that's awesome. It almost makes me want to display it a different way. Interesting. That front with the red is just crazy. All right, cool. I can't wait to get this castle next to the other castles, because this red is going to look awesome. Sweet. I like it. All right, let's put it in its home, see what it looks like next to the other stuff. Okay, let's see what she looks like. Sweet. I gotta say, I knew this was gonna look cool. So, the idea with the haunted area here was every kind of castle has its own lighting theme. Here's the Hidden Side Castle with the cool, weird light blue lights. Monster Fighter's Castle, all accented green. Scooby-Doo is blue and a little bit of red. And then this guy, Transylvania Adventures, looks epic. I gotta say, this looks awesome. Whoops, I left a cat hair. That looks cool. I almost wish this back, you could see in the back now, because it's really neat when you look to that all that cool little like window they got back there. But this looks awesome. I like the contrast. I like the red. That's really cool. That turned out great. I'll be awesome. All right, cool. One more DIY job done. On to the next. I'm going to be lighting up that awesome old monorail that I got. I got some lights for it. Hopefully I got enough. I don't know. We'll see. But let's finish up this video. Well, that's the end of this video, folks. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. That'd be great. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, have a wonderful day.